Hey guys, what's going on? This is Mark from Freak Finder Fishing. Wanted to take some time this morning to talk about some of the basics of drop shot fishing. I know it's a technique we've talked about a lot in the past, but I've been bringing out more guests and more clients recently and introducing them to drop shot fishing. And for someone who's not very used to the advanced technique, can be a tough and frustrating way to fish. So I'm going to go over a couple things that helped me learn how to drop shot when I was first getting into bass fishing, and some of those techniques I still use. So first we're going to talk about hook selection. Choosing the right drop shot hook is very important. Before, I used to kind of just, use whatever hooks I use for my wacky style worms. I would use for drop shotting. I'm not saying that's a wrong thing, but if you're going to do that, you want to make sure you choose the right one. What I usually use is a Owner wacky hook in camel green size 1, not 1/0, size 1, very small hook. It is ideal for wacky rigging, but it's perfect for drop shot fishing. You can see the bend in the hook holds that bait out horizontal real nice. Super sharp. They're camel greens, so they blend in nice and don't stand out too much in the water. Next thing you want to do is you got to make sure that you tie your knot correctly. If you don't tie your knot correctly, the bait's not going to sit right in the water, and you're going to pull the hook right out of the fish's mouth. So we'll go over that. What you always want to make sure to do is tie a polymer knot. It's pretty much the only way to really get a good knot for drop shot fishing. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people know how to tie the polymer knot at this point. I don't really need to go over that. However, what you do want to do is when you start your knot, you want to make sure that you insert the line into the eyelet the hook side first, not through the rear at the shank, but pass over the tip of the hook and then come back through. That's going to be important in a little bit, and you'll see why. You want to make sure that you use a lot of line, because that tag end of whatever line you're using is going to be your leader. It's a lot easier said than done with fluorocarbon. It's going to be your leader that you attach your drop shot weight to. Now, given the situation and what exactly you're fishing, you could use a 4-inch leader, you could use an 18-inch leader. Here I've been using my Lowrance sonar units to locate fish, and they're kind of up off the bottom and they're around rocks, so I don't need a super long leader. If I was fishing around grass, I would go with a longer leader, but they seem to be right up off the bottom. So anyway, I have my knot ready. I always want to make sure to moisten, pull tight, just like you would any other knot. Your next step, however, is going to be to take this tag end here and go back through the eyelet again, starting at the hook tip and going down through the hook. This is going to allow your hook to stand out straight, perpendicular to the line, like so. See how that hook is straight up? So when you set the hook, you're going to pull up, and the hook is going to penetrate cartilage in the fish and make sure you get a good hook set. So this is a little bit long. I could fish this, I wouldn't really mind it, but I'm going to just shorten it just a tad. Pink scissors. Take drop shot weight, tungsten of course, because we are fishing in New Hampshire, and just crimp it on the end of the line, and there's your drop shot rig. There is one more important thing I did want to talk about, and that's what to do once you think you got a fish on and how to manage your hook set. It's going to be a lot different than your hook set if you're throwing a jig or throwing a shaky head. Anything in open water, this is going to be a lot different. So I'm going to try to get some footage today of comparing a normal hook set to a drop shot hook set. And the main difference really, instead of like a big swinging hook set like you would do even if you were throwing a weightless worm of some sort, what you want to do with the drop shot is more of a lift of the rod instead of a deep penetrating hook set. You want to lift it straight up. Because if you try to set the hook like you're setting the hook on a Texas rig plastic in 20 feet, you're going to pull the hook right away from the fish. I've seen it happen a million times, with new people that are not used to drop shot fishing. So I'm going to kind of try to get these fish dialed in and see if I can display that hook set a little bit for you, and hopefully that will allow you to become a better drop shot fisherman. Thank you guys for the continued support. It's been a busy year for us so far. We're doing the best we can to keep up with our requests for apparel and guide trips and everything else. So just stay tuned. Got a lot of cool videos coming out, and you know, tight lines, keep fishing. See you out there.